You think cardio is the secret to getting shredded. It's not. While you're grinding through boring jog sessions, people with actual abs are doing something completely different. They're not doing more, they're doing less, but they're doing it right. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to shred body fat without a single second of traditional cardio. You've been told fat loss requires cardio, that you need to grind away 30 to 60 minutes just to burn a few hundred calories. Sure, cardio burns calories, but so does existing. So does chewing your food aggressively. The problem? Cardio is the least efficient, most time-consuming, and most muscle-wasting way to create a caloric deficit. You're spending an hour on a bike to burn energy you could have just not eaten in the first place. And worse, all that steady-state cardio sends your body a clear message. You don't need this muscle anymore, so it starts breaking it down. Your metabolism slows. You look skinny fat instead of lean and powerful. Meanwhile, your appetite skyrockets because your body thinks you're training for a famine, and you eat back everything you burned plus interest. You're on the cardio hamster wheel, and it's going nowhere. The truth? Fat loss doesn't require cardio. It requires a caloric deficit and the right training to preserve muscle. That changes everything. How you lose fat determines how you look when you're done. Anyone can lose weight. Starve yourself and run every day and the scale drops. Congratulations, you'd also look like you're about to audition for Schindler's List. What you actually want is to lose fat while keeping every ounce of muscle you've built. That only happens when you lose fat the right way. And here's the kicker. The more muscle you preserve, the higher your metabolism stays. Muscle burns calories just sitting there. You get your life back, you get better results, and you actually enjoy the process. Your body stores energy as fat. Eat more than you burn, it saves the extra. Eat less than you burn, it pulls from fat stores. That's it, a caloric deficit. Cardio doesn't have magical fat-burning power. It just burns calories. But so does lifting weights, so does walking. The difference is what happens to your muscle during that deficit. When you're in a caloric deficit, your body decides where to pull energy from, fat or muscle. If you're just doing cardio and eating less, your body says, why are we carrying all this heavy, expensive muscle tissue when we're clearly just trying to survive long, slow jogs? And it starts cannibalizing it. But when you lift heavy weights, you're sending a different signal. You're telling your body, we still need this muscle because we're using it to move serious weight. So your body prioritizes fat loss instead. The deficit loses the fat, the lifting protects the muscle. You need both. Lift weights 3 to 5 times per week. Not light weights for high reps like you're doing aerobics with dumbbells. Heavy weights, compound movements. Your foundation is the big 4: squats, deadlifts, bench press, and overhead press, non-negotiable. Add in rows, pull-ups, and dips. Train in the 6 to 12 rep range. Anything works, but here's an example weekly split. Day 1, push. Bench press, overhead press, dips, triceps. Day 2, lower body. Squats, Romanian deadlifts, lunges, calves. Day 3, pull. Deadlifts, rows, pull-ups, biceps. Day 4, rest or active recovery. Day 5, repeat the cycle. On squats, go deep. Hip crease below the knee, no half reps. On deadlifts, neutral spine, push the floor away, squeeze your glutes at the top like you're trying to crack a walnut. Don't yank the bar. On bench press, retract your shoulder blades, drive through your legs, and actually touch your chest. I don't care if your ego doesn't like it, your chest will. Common mistakes that I see all the time are lifting too light because you think cutting means less weight, more reps. Wrong. You need to lift heavy to keep the muscle. Another mistake is doing 20 sets per muscle group. Wrong. You're in a deficit. Your recovery is compromised. Keep volume moderate but intensity high. Also, skipping legs because you think abs are made in the kitchen. They are, but your legs are the biggest muscle group you have, and training them burns the most calories. Stop skipping legs. Add finishers if you want extra calorie burn. After your main lifting, do 2 to 3 sets of kettlebell swings, sled pushes, farmer carries, or battle ropes. 20 to 40 seconds of work, short rest, repeat. This jacks up your heart rate without the joint-crushing repetitive motion of running. But honestly, where you'll see incredible fat loss is from just walking more. Park farther away at the grocery store. Go for short walks after every meal. Whenever you're bored, just get up and walk. You're lifting 3 to 5 days per week. If you're new or in a deep deficit, start with 3. More is not better when you're cutting. You're already in a caloric deficit, which means recovery is compromised. Each session should last 45 to 75 minutes. You get in, you lift heavy, you get out. Progressive overload still matters, but it looks different when cutting. You're not setting PRs every week. Your goal is to maintain your strength. If you can keep lifting the same weight for the same reps throughout your entire cut, you've won. That means you kept your muscle. Recovery is critical. You need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, non-negotiable. Sleep is when your body repairs muscle and regulates hunger hormones. You also need at least 1 full rest day per week. And walking? Walking is not cardio in the traditional sense. It's low intensity, doesn't interfere with recovery, and burns calories without spiking hunger or destroying your joints. This is Legs Benedict, reminding you that your body is a reflection of your choices, not your excuses. If this video gave you the blueprint you needed, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment and tell me what your biggest struggle is when trying to lose fat. I read them, and I might roast you, but I'll also help you. Now get off YouTube and go lift something heavy. Your future self will thank you.